We do a little bit of retargeting, but not anything crazy.
Oh, dude, yeah, you got to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through retargeting. Yeah, because retargeting makes up a lot of your results. So retargeting is usually 20% of your budget.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say we did this month. So if you did 20% of your budget, you're doing $4,000 on retargeting. That's like $100 a day.
Yeah.
You have two different retargetings. You have middle of funnel, which usually is social media engagers, so SME.
Yeah.
Okay, and then page views, but they're not leads.
We do a bit of that now, yeah.
Okay, so I do that. Bottom of funnel is leads, but no call.
Okay.
Okay, so right there, these are the people who, hey, they've taken every action in the funnel, they just haven't booked a call. These are the people who they just clicked on the ad and that's it usually. So even if you start doing that, these budgets are super slim, but you got to keep in mind, like your whole running ads is like a funnel. So top of funnel is strangers, right?
Yeah.
Middle of funnel is,
Yeah,
like,
they're aware.
Yeah, SME page views. Bottom of funnel are these people who are leads. So the whole point of this is like at each step, they're still getting shown stuff to like try to push them to the next thing. With the frequency, I'm pretty aggressive. I usually like 4 frequency in a week. So it's pretty aggressive. So meaning,
yeah,
if they're at these stages, they'll see an ad to take this next step 4 times in a week. That's pretty aggressive. I want to go above 4 though.
Yeah.
Because it starts getting out of KPI. But that's pretty aggressive. This right here also is super simple to do. So retargeting. Okay. The other thing is if you run ad to opt-in, it doesn't work. You could try DMs. DMs I know are not ideal. It's more work when you have to message everyone. But that's one of the things that made us successful is because what I would do, our methodology that really helped us scale is ad, DM, VSL, right? Or I guess this was opt-in, excuse me. VSL, call. So what was cool is they could book here, but they could also book here.
Yeah.
Right. And we were calling them on top of that. So it was a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Right. Another strategy you guys could try that I've seen work with some success, but it's more of a setup is you could run an ad to like, let me do an opt-in, to a school group, right? And then they come in the group and they have a curriculum, right? And then the curriculum is like X amount, right? And you guys basically give them the sauce, but there's different places that they can book a call. Yeah. That would be the other thing because like what would happen is you guys might, I don't know what your lead cost is now. I mean, well, it's insane. I don't know what your opt-in rate is, but let's say you guys could get leads for $5. That's another way you could try to increase flow. Now the downside is what's happening when you do this, lower intent usually. So if they have lower intent, it's like you're getting more volume, but it's like, is getting more leads with lower intent gonna supersede this?
See, I think that's kind of the issue we've got now because we were getting a lot of leads from the self-liquidating offer, which actually I suppose makes that not as bad because that 24.2K, a lot of that has pumped back in from sales of the resources as well.
Okay. But I would do usually middle of funnel as wide as you can go. So like 180. This one is usually like 30 or less. If it's too expensive, like if your numbers are too expensive, you lower the window because the closer the window is, the more intent they have, so they're going to take more action.
Yeah. Yeah, actually a couple of questions. Sure. So see the application form, like what specific, I'm just curious, like what specific questions you would ask for, because I can compare it to my own.
Yeah, so out of all the questions, if you ever need to see ours too, you can go to crs@eliteseos.com. That's just a quick trick. But the 3 questions I really care about, because there's a lot of stuff you can ask, but the 3 questions I really care about is, we'll say something like, if you feel it's a fit, are you able to invest financially? We like to leave it, now keep in mind, I also like open-ended questions because we follow up. So remember, we do a lot of DM ads. So if they give us a shit answer, guess what we do? We follow up.
Right.
Right.
So you don't put the, you obviously don't put the cost, you don't do like, can you invest between X and Y or anything like that?
No,
because
dude, like, yeah, I hate when people do that because you guys put 0 to here, and then they pick the lowest number every time.
Yeah.
So it's basically a waste. Like all you're trying, because to me, if you sell it at least 1,000, dude, there's no fucking person who shouldn't be able to do at least 1,000 usually.
Yeah. So you would have it as a text box rather than like a yes or no?
Oh yeah, bro.
Okay.
Written in, multiple choice is only good for tons of volume. Otherwise, written in is way better. If I say to you, what's your biggest struggle? And I'm like, this, or this, you have to choose. But if I just open end, dude, you give me way more info.
Yeah.
Way more context. So I'm always a bigger fan of context. Okay. Number 2 is, I'll say, if I always do this to like, if you feel it's a fit, because some people are like, well, what if I don't feel it's a fit?
Yeah.
If you feel it's a fit, how soon can you get started? Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I like to have open-ended. Usually you're looking for like as soon as possible, because if they're like, well, I can't start for 3 months, like, you can come back in 3 months, dude.
Yeah.
But again, you follow up. Like, don't just cancel these calls, follow up. So that's a big thing my team's good at. Every single application we get zaps into Slack and they'll follow up, bro.
Right.
Every single one. Okay, number 3. Do you need a spouse's permission to make a decision? That's the biggest one. Okay, to make a decision. Now, if you ever want to influence the answer, here's a hack. Just put it in parentheses. So let's say on this one, you want to influence their decision, right? Because if they're like, no, you'll go, if you do, please book a time like they can be present in parentheses. Because like you want it to be written out, but you're trying to influence their decision. So like same thing here. You can say, if you feel it's a fit, are you able to invest financially? If you're not, like, I wouldn't change the question. I would just put like, if you're getting a lot of broke people, I put, if you're not, please book a time when you can. Okay. Right? Because you're influencing their decision. Like, this is the right answer, but you can write it in. And I like write in better than multiple choice, because multiple choice doesn't tell you very much.
Yeah. What would be your like workflows off the back of this? So like they book a call. Do you have like a certain way that emails, texts, things like that go out to them?
Well, yeah, I mean, like once they come in, we have a 14-day email sequence.
Okay.
We'll do 3 texts in between there, pushing them to a call, and then after that, the next 2 weeks is like a downsell, and then after that, next 2 weeks is a downsell, and then we just put them in our long-term nurture.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I think we're doing that anyway, so that's probably already covered.
Yeah, as long as you guys, like, as soon as the lead comes in, call, text, email, you're doing all that stuff, retargeting ads. Usually you should have some group or like school group, like long-term nurture. When you're doing that, dude, it's like, that's pretty much all you can do. There's not much more you can do after that.
Yeah, I think, I think we need to maybe change our marketing message a wee bit as well.
I would just make it a little bit,
with all this.
Make it a little bit more professional, but like, just think about higher level owner, like what are the issues they have and talk about those.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, like, how would you like to be in a pool? Because I totally understand that, and there's gonna be more beginners. But if that's the issue you guys are having, you're gonna get beginners either way.
Yeah.
Even if you up the ad, you're still gonna get beginners. Yeah. That's the funny part. It doesn't
because they're gonna see it and want it.
Yeah,
anyway.
It doesn't 100% fix it. There's more beginners than there are experts, 100%. So like I only like working with higher level people if I can, but like you have to have a barrier to entry, and the problem with barrier to entry is if it doesn't make financial sense for the business. So like even these, like usually there's a cost, but that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Like and I don't want to do 1 million of these either.
Yeah.
So I can't do as many of these, but that's usually the downside when you go after higher level people.